Suffolk Socks, where I let knit podcast. My podcast all about knitting and sewing and general life, really. Today is Wednesday. No, it's not. It's Tuesday. Tuesday the 24th of September. And I have to say, it is really miserable. I'm just looking outside because I'm in my front room. It's really miserable here today. It started raining about 7 o'clock and it's not stopped. So it is what it is, isn't it? Right, welcome. You can find me over on Instagram as Suffolk Socks. I'm Julie at Suffolk Socks, or I'm the dyer behind the Yarn Tart Yarns. And I'm on Facebook and Ravelry, Suffolk Socks. We've got a small Ravelry group that we drop into every now and again. I'm getting a bit lax on Ravelry. And I'm Julie of Spare Moments. So there you go. That's me in a nutshell. Wife, mother, grandma, sister, auntie, all of those things. Knitter, sewer. So normally we start off with whips. I'm a complete newbie to this. I haven't done it for so long, so I've been putting it off, and I thought, do you know what? Let's just get it done. So we normally start off with fours, finished objects, and I've got too many to show since the last time I podcast, so I've just brought socks down. It is a sock knitting shop. I do sell lovely sock yarn, and I also design patterns. So my first finished object is actually well, I suppose it is new to me. Well, it's new. Well, July this pattern came out. This is my playtime socks. It's just a simple design, so it's quite a good step up from a vanilla sock. Simple 2-stitch 4-row repeat. I've done a fish lips kiss heel, but in the pattern I've done it as a got a tab heel flap, and my favourite straight darto. So this is knit in just a natural cashmere blend, which is superwash merino, cashmere and nylon. So yeah, that's lovely. I do have two socks. These were claimed. The moment I posted these on Instagram, my youngest daughter sent me a message saying, can I have them? So it looks like I've lost them already. My other finished object, again, is another one of my designs, and these are my, it's an interpretation of one of my patterns, Buttercup Meadow pattern. And what I've done is, in the pattern, it's you alternate the designs, so there's like one of these designs and the second design, but what I've done is I've just continued the first pattern repeat down and then gone on to with the second design in the pattern into the foot. I've got a lace addition on the gusset where I'm decreasing, just to give it a little bit of a design feature. But these are lovely. Again, this is in the cashmere base. This one's sold out in the superwash merino and cashmere nylon base, my soft socks range. And this was Wedgwood, but I've sold out of this. So again, these have been put away for Christmas. And I do have two. So lovely. My third finished sock, well, actually I've got two the same, so I'm not going to put them on sock bars because that's getting on my nerves, are my school socks. I've done a range. I've always done things based around school socks and what have you. So these are my school socks. These ones were the first pair down for my husband, but they were too small. So now these are his, and these are my dad's. Yeah. Now the contrast colours, I just used one set for both socks. So in the set you get 100 grams of the solid colour, and you get 4 minis of the contrast colour. And but I didn't need to any more for this one, because it was enough for both. But it's been absolutely lovely seeing the different interpretations people have done of these and where they've placed that colour, their colour placements and what have you. I've done Fish Lips Kiss Heel on these. I always do my designs when I'm doing my sock designs. I always do them with a heel flap and gusset, but my preferred heel is well, it's not really my preferred heel, it's just the heel I can remember, is the Fish Lips Kiss heel, but that's a paid for pattern. It's I think it's about $1 or $1.50, something like that, which you can find over on Ravelry. Absolutely love these. I always knit socks on a 2.5, but with these I went down to a 2.25 and upped my stitch count. So these ones I knit for my husband a 2.25, and I did a 78 stitch cast on, and they fit lovely. Just to give a bit of a firmer fabric. I don't like a loose finish, but these give a nicer fabric than a 2.5 or so. Yeah, I'm dead chuffed with them. So that's my finished objects that I'm willing to show. I have got a sew up object, but I'll do them in the sew section, I think. Sewing. I've even made a cup of coffee today. I don't normally drink on the podcast, but just because I like that chalk. Right, whips. I've got loads of whips. Does it really matter? I mean, I'm looking across there. I've got my stash. My friend came around the other day and have all my lovely skeins of wool, just nice. It's more of an installation than anything, because I don't touch it. I just stroke it as I go by. And she said, well, that's not bad for your stash. But then I took her upstairs to my proper stash cupboard. Oh, God, I've got loads. And the only reason I know I've got loads is because we've done a bit of a change around of a cupboard. So I had to take all of my wool out of what I use as a cupboard. And I forgot I had some of it. It was shameful. But it was really good as well, because now I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to cast that on. Right, whips. So let's start. Well, I'm just going to pick bags at random. Oh, this is for my grandson. This is his Christmas jumper, but I actually think it's going to be next week because it's a right little bruiser. This is a delight to knit. I'm knitting using Rowan super fine merino DK from Deep Stash. Oh gosh, it's so lovely. I think I must have bought 3 jumpers worth, adult jumpers worth, because I've got grey, and then I've got a navy, and then I've got this as well. So our Matilda, my granddaughter, is going to get a grey one, but I'm going to knit her the Lush cardigan. I think I've already knit her that. And what I'll do is I'll put bright, different coloured buttons all the way down. She's not a pink girl. Well, not a pastely pinky thing. When they go to nursery, I've sort of said to Lydia, our mum, I'll knit them for nursery. And then, what will be, will be. If, chuck them in the washing machine. Right, so this pattern is called the Sangano, and it's by Lisa Chemry. It's a Frogginette knitting design. It's a paid for pattern. Let's see if you can see it, actually. So, really nice. Really lovely to knit with. Easy to read. My go-to patterns for just plain jumpers are always the flax tin can knits, but I think this is a good alternative. A little bit of design on the sleeves and pearl, which just breaks it all up. But now I'm really enjoying doing it. Makes a nice change on a night time. If I've got a lot of socks on the go that I'm doing for the shop on a night time, I have a tendency to knit on my project, you know, like non-sock, non-work related projects. I will show you another sock thing. I knit these while I was on holiday, using some of the John Arbon sock yarn. Really nice. Love them. So they've been put away for the Christmas pile as well. Right, so my other whips, what other whips have I got? A pair of socks. These were work socks. Well, I call them work socks because I was just sampling the wool. These are the West Yorkshire Spinners Robin colourway, the new colourway for Christmas this year that they've brought out. And I actually think it's the nicest colourway they've done because it's not bright red and it's not bright green. And it's paired here with turmeric. And what I've done here is I have done a fish lips kiss heel, but on the top part of the heel I have done the turmeric, and then I used the contrast, what I'm knitting the leg in for the build up of the heel, and then I'm knitting the foot plain with the turmeric. But it's nice. I find this is a thinner yarn to knit with, but just as nice. You know, I'm enjoying it. It's been really popular, so thank you to everybody who bought one. And as I say, I think this is the nicest colourway they've come up with for Christmas, just because it's not got bright green in it. And I love green. So, but yeah, really enjoying knitting them. So that's that one. I did think I'd had loads on the needles. Well, I probably have got loads on the needles, but you know me, outside, out of mind. Right, I'm just leaning to get my other work. This is another sock. This is a double knit sock that I'm knitting. This is using some Fibre Spates Vivacious DK in the blush colourway. And that's just one of my designs that I've decided I might release this, I might not. But this is beautiful to knit with. I've already taken a jumper's worth of this, thinking I'll have to have some of that then. So yeah, so that's a 3.25 needle with a 48 stitch cast, 40 stitch. I think it's a 3.25 needle. I think it is, because I think the next pair I knit with this wool, I'll go down to a 3mm needle, just to give it a bit of a tighter fit. Again, I've done, I did a heel flap and gusset on this one. And I actually think these might be a bit big, so I'm still at the stage where I'm thinking, shall I pull them out? There's some lovely hat patterns that I think I might knit instead with it, now that I've got no hair. By choice, I have to say. And my final pattern, project that I'm working on, is living in my fringe town bag. Is the cat cardigan, which has been in a bit of time out actually. Everything I'm knitting seems to be blue. I love blue, but this just went into time out. I thought over the summer I didn't need to knit winter jump, and now it's winter. Well, not winter, it's autumn. I'm cracking on with it. So I have got one full sleeve to do and about another 3 inches on this one. I'm going to do the next sleeve, and then I'm going to continue knitting the body down so I don't run out of wool. But I love this yarn. This is the Jamieson's, it's the Spindrift. Jamieson's and Son? Jamieson's. It's the Spindrift, which I love a toothy yarn. I love knitting with toothy yarn. And the other cardigan I was knitting was, the wool is beautiful, and but it's more of a fine silky, well, it's a pure wool, but it just didn't have the toothiness for me. So last night I just ripped it all out. And actually I'm pleased I did, because when I tried it on, it was going to be a bit snug. So I think I'd got halfway down the body, and I thought, oh, do you know, some things have just got to have a full stop at, haven't they? So yeah, so that's that. So they're all my works in progress that I'm willing to show you. I have got I'm looking up there, 2 jumpers up there, but do you know what? I've decided it doesn't really matter. I am not going to let anything stress me out with the knitting, because knitting is my hobby, and as well as my business, but it is my, it's my hobby. And I can remember years and years ago when I had the wool shop, it was so intense and so busy that actually I found I hardly ever knit. On a night, and when I got home, I just could not bear the thought of knitting, and I never wanted to be like that. So at 5 o'clock, when I've sort of like more or less shut the shop, I shut my door on the room, and I just work on my projects. I don't know how I got into that. Right, my final sock whip that I will show you is, again, a school socks yarn, and it's in the Wansbeck colourway, and just another sock for Jonathan, who likes these. So what I've done is, it is 72 stitch cast on, and I have Magic Loop 2.25, and basically it's just knit 3, purl 1. So what I'm going to do is I am going to turn them when I come to the heel. I'm going to turn them inside out and do a heel. So that gives like this rip effect. And then I'm just going to knit the foot plain, the whole foot plain, and see how that goes. But it'll be nice. I'm enjoying it. I love knitting with this. It's I know I'm blowing my own trumpet, but it is one of my favourite wools that I've got. And let's have a look. My computer's just about to shut down on us. Install. I'll do that one. And sorry about that. And I've just dyed up some lovely red and a lovely green for some Santa socks, Santa school socks. So yes, so that's everything I've got. Let's talk about my shop. My shop has now got my wool shop that I used to own years ago was called Spare Moments, and I always kept the domain name with a view to opening the shop again and what have you. So now Suffolk Socks is 5-year-old next year. This year? Next year. Well, when it's 5 years old. My aim was always to bring Spare Moments back in to Suffolk Socks. So in the header on the top of the shop page, I've got Spare Moments, which is a space that's dedicated to needlecraft. So I've loved it. Absolutely loved doing this. And do you know what? It's really rekindled my love of all sewing and what have you. So we've got a great selection. I'm saying great, there's just one in there in the minute. But this week I'm taking delivery of 3 new stockists that I'm stocking. And I'm so excited. Anyway, but the stockist I've got in there in the minute is Corinne Lapierre. Now this is a British company and based up in Leeds. And these are little felt craft kits. That I've got to say I couldn't put down. So I'll show you the ones I've done. I've done this one, which is the pear. Oh, I just think isn't that stinking adorable? And excuse me, I've done one of the mice, the little mice family. Now I hate mice. I'm terrified of mice, but I could cope with these. And our Matilda, my granddaughter, thinks it's lovely. So she's playing with them. So she loves small world stuff like this, little floppy ears. And oh, isn't that adorable? And they just make a nice change, It's really nice just to see. You get everything in the kit. And so you get everything in the kit. You get the pattern, you get the threads, the needle, the stuffing, You just need your scissors to cut them all out. So I've got that one. I'll just show you. Got the little monkey family. I've just got this out because I'm going to make these up for Tilly for Christmas. And now this one is my favourite. That's a little rocking horse. Now you get 2 in there. So, oh, that just melts my heart. And this is the other one. There's loads. These are about £14 in the shop. So there's that one, the little mouse family. So that's the mouse. I've still got to put his waistcoat on. But oh, they're so sweet. So yeah, so these are like the bigger ones. So they're £14.50. And I do have some mini kits in there, which are £7.20. But to be honest, they've been so popular that I've just had to reorder again this morning. So the Christmas, oh, they're just lovely. They just make a nice change. Now, I love knitting. Knitting is my first love, and I've knit forever, or what have you. But I do all crafts, you know. But when I got started doing this, I couldn't put them down. And I've got some embroidery kits coming, and I've got some cross-stitch kits coming, which, well, I must admit, a couple of the cross-stitch kits I've ordered 2 of so I can have one. But hey, it's my shop, my rules. So right, this is going to be a quick podcast, isn't it? I'm not doing too well. 20 minutes, let's stick to half an hour. Right, so let's have a look. Acquisitions. Well, I have got loads of acquisitions actually, because I haven't podcasted for about 6 months. But my main acquisition that I'll show you is when I was vending at Fibre East, which a massive, massive thank you to everybody who came and said hello. When I'm at a fibre festival, top of my list, without question really, is always John Arbon. I love John Arbon yarn. I just love the range. Well, I just love everything about it. And true to Fibre East style, because I always buy this colourway when I'm at Fibre East. I'm not this colour, you know. The last time I bought this wool was, well, I'll tell you, it's pink. Now, I've still got the wool I bought at the first Fibre East I went to, and every time I look at it, I thought, what the hell have I bought that pink wool for? Because it's like baby pink wool. And I can remember buying it because I was with Janice, and Janice was saying, oh, you've got to get that, that's lovely. And I was like, all right, go get it, got to get it. Still in the same bag. So the week before Fibre East, I was saying, talking in April, saying, well, at least I won't be getting pink wool this time. What to do? Went and got pink wool. But isn't that gorgeous? It just like sucked me in. So I thought, right, so that's going to be a cardigan. Then I joined the mill membership for John Arbon. Knit by no, well, the John Arbon thing. And you got a little goodie bag. And in the goodie bag was this colourway. And it's the same Knit by Numbers mini in a DK weight. So I thought, do you know, at some point, what I think I'll actually do is I think I'll cast on with that and cast on the neck, then I'll cast off the sleeves, and then I'll cast off the cuff at the well at the bottom, the rib at the bottom, and then that just breaks it all up and it eases it. So yeah, so that's going to be my next project. As I say, I've got all blue things on the go, so I'm absolutely desperate to cast on something that isn't blue. So I might as well have pink. So that's that. Oops. My other, well, it's not so much an acquisition. Is it an acquisition? Well, I suppose it is an acquisition. Well, it's 2 things that I bought years ago, ages ago. When I was at the Knit Retreat in Cumbria, I bought these 2 colours from Gather, which is Meta, which are hand-dyed naturally, and this is it's an alpaca, 70% alpaca, 20% silk, 10% cashmere, and this is done with madder, and this is done with madder as well, but they're completely different. Same colour family. So I bought these 2 skeins. Don't know what I was going to do with it, but I liked them. And then for my birthday, Tony, my lovely friend, bought me some alpaca, silk and cashmere. So I thought, Oh, well, it's exactly the same base. And I thought, right, I'm going to do a big 3-colourway shawl, Hoy Locatelli's shawl. I made one for my mum years ago, and it was really big and lovely. And so I thought, right, I'm going to do that. Aren't they quite nice? The blue's beautiful. Blue's beautiful. It's right up my colour, I think. So that's everything. There's just not enough time. I hate that saying, there's not enough time in the day. But I just want to do everything and anything. So yeah, so that's it. Right, let's go. Let's tell you about my knitting retreat. Oh, having a knitting retreat. I'm organising it, and I've got 2 lovely co-hosts who are Ellie, Craft House Magic, and Emma, who is EJW1969 on Instagram. Is she 1969? Yes. They're going to host with me, and it's going to be great fun. So I've booked a Mariner's Cottage down on the waterfront in Ipswich, and I've got 11 people coming, so it's just a nice number. I've got lots organised. Ellie's going to do a little class, all optional. Emma's going to do a little class, and I'm just going to make teas and coffees. I'm like, yeah, I'll just do teas and coffees. I have got something lined up, but it's completely optional. And then there's going to be no structure to it other than breakfast, dinner and meal. And then whatever, it's going to be lovely. When we get there on the Monday and the Tuesday night, there's going to be food brought in. And then on the Wednesday night, we are going to go out to a local bistro, which is on the waterfront, which is lovely, just as a last night thing. So we're going to be doing that, and there's going to be a little mini market, and it's just going to be lovely. It's just going to be lovely. So that's in February. Oh, excuse me, I've got the hiccups. So that's it, really. There's been lots going on in the background of my life, just plodding along nicely. I've become a grandma again in May. I've got the most delightful little grandson, Flynn, who is such a chuckler. He's just going to look at Matilda's sister and he laughs. He's just lovely. It's just lovely. It's the best thing in the world being a grandma, isn't it? So, done that. I had all my hair chopped off. I had 15 inches chopped off my hair. So, which is just like, I can't believe how different I felt. I got about 10 inches cut off. I went right down past my bra up to here. I got that. And then I just thought, do you know what? Just cut the whole thing off. So I just cut the whole thing off. So it's a bit different, but I really like it actually. It's great having a shower and just get my hair wet. Whereas when it was long, it was a nightmare trying to keep your head out the shower and stuff like that because it took ages to dry. So I've done that. We've been on holiday to France, which I was so hot. All I can say is I sweat my body weight. It was awful. It was so unbearably hot, and I'm a real sun worshipper. I love the sun, but I'm not very good with brightness, and it was just torturous. So, but it was lovely. We've been at the same campsite for a few times, and we went this time right slap bang in the middle of peak. I don't think we'd do that again. It was chaos. It was absolutely chaos. And it was great because you saw all these young families run around after their kids and stuff. And John and I were just sat back with a glass of wine and a bottle of beer. You think, oh, God, we used to do that. And Dad's absolutely worn out chasing the kids on their little push bikes and we're all falling off and you think, oh, poor little souls. But it was lovely. It was really, really lovely. So we did that. Then we went to 2 weddings. We went to my goddaughter's, well, she's my adopted goddaughter, a sister's my goddaughter, in Perranporth in Cornwall, which isn't that beautiful place? I could have stayed there. The beach was just amazing. So I had a fabulous, fabulous time. Imogen and Pierre lovely couple, really, really lovely. And then last month, her dad got married. So we went to Bristol for that wedding, so that was really nice. It was at Tockington. So we had a really nice time there. And then we're just back from holiday. Summer's ended. Autumn is officially here, and it's raining. I like it raining because it means I can't get my washing hung out, which means I don't have to iron. Also means I've got lots of dirty clothes. And I wish I had a tumbler, but I haven't got a tumbler, so there you go. And future plans. Well, I haven't got anything planned. I'm not really... Well, I have got something planned, actually. I'm going with Emma to Lee Family Yarns knitting retreat in November, which will be fabulous. So I'm going to go over to Emma's and stay at Emma's for the night. Then we're going to drive over together. And then I'm going to go back to Em's and get the train home. I'm not very good on the train. The last time I went up to Cumbria, I had a torturous journey because I had... I'm all better now, but I had a crutch. I used to walk with a crutch just because I had a bad leg and what have you. But it put me off. It put me off doing long train journeys on my own. But I'm fine now, so I should be all right and what have you. But any excuse to go and spend time with Emma because she's lovely and we'll have a right old laugh. So I'm doing that, and then where have you gone? Oh, there. I thought we were doing that. So that'd be really nice because Kelly's just moved into her new studio, hasn't she? Is it Ironbridge? Yeah, I don't know. Yes, it is. I think it's at Telford, and that looks fabulous, absolutely fabulous. So I've got that, and then when I come back from there, Tony and I, and possibly Jackie, are going to go up to Leicester to Tracy Arnold, to Nora George, which should be fabulous. Anything for a day out. But I think me and Jackie might be. Oh, and then we've got Ellie of Craft House Magic, because she just lives up in Norwich, which is the next county up for us. She had her first meet up in July, and that was great. Absolutely lovely. She's so lovely, is Ellie. So we're going to that in October. So I've got lots of knitty plans, haven't I? There's me saying I've got nothing planned. So right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and I'm going to heat my coffee up because it's gone stone cold sitting there. I don't like drinking coffee when people can see. It's a bit like when people podcast and they're sitting eating. You like think, do you know what? If I was sitting at the table and I had a mouthful of food, I would not be sitting talking to the people in front of us. So I'm not going to do it on podcast. There you go. Right, on that note, happy knitting, and we'll chat soon. Hopefully this will make it onto YouTube. Bye.